Welcome to another Bitcoin video, and in this video we are going to discuss everything about the Bitcoin market, but we're also going to discuss some other interesting things such as PEPE and what is currently happening with PEPE because it's dumping like crazy. But I will do that at the end of this video. Let's just first start with Bitcoin because Bitcoin is finally doing some cool and interesting things again. We can see that we are creating this really interesting meme pattern. And if you don't know what this is the Simpson pattern. The Simpson pattern is an actual pattern that actually exists, and it's actually being played out a lot now. And what this basically is a massive dump to the downside, followed by consolidation with wicks, which will fill up his hair of course. And then once the consolidation is over, a massive pump to the upside, filling up his head, and that is the completion of the Simpson pattern. And it seems like that we are currently doing this, and I've been seeing this a lot now on Twitter, so I wanted to show you guys this, because there's a really big chance that something like this genuinely plays out. Now, if we look at this chart right here, we can see that we are over on the 4-hour chart. And I wanted to show you guys some really interesting things right here, because we can see that the last few days we've basically just been trading within the same range, which is actually quite bullish. And why is this bullish? Well, we have seen a massive dump to the downside, but we are actually holding up our massive area of support right here. We can see we have this massive area of support. Let me quickly grab my brush. Massive area of support that we are holding perfectly. And it doesn't seem like that Bitcoin wants to wick any lower for the next couple of days and weeks, of course, because Bitcoin is currently just trading within this small little consolidation phase, and like I just showed you, we are currently creating a really bullish pattern. However, if we do fall towards new lows, that will mean that our next area of support will be all the way at $20,000, because that is where also a CME gap is still laying. Yes guys, we still have a CME gap. If I do it like this, we still have a CME gap all the way down at $20,000, as you guys can see right here. Here's a CME gap right here. You can't really see it on the 3-day chart, but if I switch to the 1-day chart, yes, you can see we are still here. And we have not filled up this CME gap since its creation, and we all know that Bitcoin does always fill up a CME gap most of the time at least. So yeah, there's a really big chance that we are still going to fill up the CME gap. However, like I already showed you guys in my last few videos, I am still expecting that we're first going to get a pump to the upside, followed by slow lower lows to the downside till we hit 20k, and from there we could potentially see a lot more pumps again. Also, if we look at this chart right here, the 4-hour chart, we can just clearly see that we're also making a rounding bottom. This is a perfect example actually of a rounding bottom. We can just see that this is looking really good. And also if we combine this with our Simpson pattern and our massive area of support right here, then it will make a lot of sense to first see a massive pump to the upside. And I already showed you guys the other chart as well, but we have this chart as well. This is the RSI chart. We can see the RSI 14 days. We can just simply see that the RSI is really low still. We can see we did saw a little bit of a pump in the RSI, but didn't really do much. We're still at lower levels than the FTX crash basically. We're almost at the same levels as the FTX crash. We're still at the same levels of this massive dump right there and this massive dump right here. But especially it's interesting to see that the FTX crash dump was basically smaller than this dump we saw here if we look at it using the RSI. So yeah, that is also really a good confirmation that we are potentially going to get the Simpson pattern right here. Then I have the charts here for you guys as well. We can clearly see declining volume again, which means that a big pattern, a big pump or big dump, just a big move in general, is of course cooking again. We all know that if we get declining volume, that is really bullish or really bearish, but we all know that we are at least going to get some kind of a massive move. We have seen this the last few times already. We saw this, then we saw declining volume, we saw this massive breakout in volume. It's just so clear. Also we saw it right here, we saw declining volume, and then we saw this massive breakout to the upside, and now we saw that again of course, but then to the downside. So yeah, there's a really big chance that within the next couple of weeks or days maybe even, it just depends basically on how quick are we going to get a breakout of this massive area of volume. There's a chance that the volume is going to last low all the way till the beginning of September, but then we will have to see another massive pump or dump. So yeah, that's quite interesting, of course. However, what is even more interesting is that the Bitcoin halving is just a few months away. It's getting really close. We all know that the weeks and months before the halving have always not been that bullish. We can see that we saw this massive pump we saw right here, and then we just saw what I already told you guys, slow movements to the downside, of course, just lower lows. And I think that something like that's going to happen, and then at the halving we're going to get a little bit of a pump, then a small dump, and from there we're going to absolutely send to crazy highs. But if you look at this chart, we're so close to the halving. April 2024 is going to be absolutely crazy. You need to accumulate as much Bitcoin as possible, and you can actually do that simply by going to the first link in the description and signing up for a Bybit account using my link. If you don't know what Bybit is a crypto exchange where you can trade Bitcoin, but also futures. So you can trade normal, you can trade futures, you can just hold spot there. It's a really good exchange. I've been using them basically since I just started trading crypto. I've been using them. So yeah, if you want to claim up to $30,000 in deposit rewards or bonuses, and you want 25% of your fees, then make sure to go to the first link in the description. We can see they have more than 10 million users, global users, 270 spot assets, and 200 plus futures or derivatives contracts. So yeah, go to the first link in the description right here and sign up for Bybit in order to start your trading journey as well. Now, we are finally at the most interesting thing in my opinion, and that is PEPE. What just happened to PEPE? We all know that I was a really strong believer in PEPE, and if you have been following me for quite some time, you know that I actually own a really big PEPE long position, and I actually still have it. I'm not signed into Bybit right now, but I've already posted it over on my Twitter. I can actually show it you guys real quick. Let me quickly show you guys this, because yeah, I was down more than like 10 grand or something. It was crazy. I'm down more than $8,000 on my PEPE position. I'm not really happy about it. However, I am still pretty bullish on PEPE even after this massive FUD. So what happened that caused PEPE to absolutely crash to the downside? Shit is down more than 30% in just a single day, which is of course not bullish and not good at all, and that's not normal. Well, we actually did got quite some FUD. Any reason this guy posted Crypto Nerdy, any reason why the PEPE multi-sig wallet changed the threshold to 2/8 signatures. So what this means is, in order to actually access the wallet where they are holding all this extra PEPE, it's basically a wallet that was secured with 8 people. 8 wallets needed to sign that wallet in order to get any PEPE out of the wallet, which they could potentially dump. However, now they changed it to 2 out of 8 signatures, and then they started to send a lot of PEPE to different exchanges. We can see $6.5 million worth of PEPE to Binance, $8.2 million of PEPE to OKX, and $400,000 of PEPE to Bybit, and $400,000 of PEPE to another address. If they actually sold all of this, PEPE will have probably been at like $50 million market cap. Luckily, they didn't sell all of this. However, they did sell actually a small portion, I've heard. And yeah, of course, this just caused a lot of panic. So a lot of whales started unloading. We can see this chart. We can see a lot of the whales are just starting to unloading all their PEPE. They didn't want to hold any scary asset, of course. Then we got just retail investors also selling because they also got feared and scared, which is of course completely normal, because this is not normal behavior from a developer. So yeah, what is currently happening? What is next? Well, they have not made a single statement about this, not a single announcement on their Telegram or on their Twitter, nothing. Binance, not a single exchange also have said anything about this, which I think is quite weird. Because like, if this was a $50 million market cap project, cool. But why am I still holding this project? Well, they are listed on every single exchange you could think of. Binance, OKX, Crypto.com, every single exchange. The biggest exchanges out there have listed PEPE. And that's what I find really weird. Like, why would such a big exchange keep on listing this PEPE token at $300 million market cap when it's actually getting worked? Normally, it will immediately get picked up by everyone, and big of course, big exchanges are already going to start announcing shit. So that's why I'm still holding my PEPE. I just want to see what Binance is going to do. Binance Crypto, biggest crypto exchange, still casually listing PEPE. So yeah, as long as they have PEPE listed, I am still holding my PEPE positions because I think it could potentially recover. And even if the developer is selling all his crypto, all his PEPE, everything he's holding, that will potentially cause another like 10-20% dump. However, the developer is not doing anything whatsoever. They don't need marketing anymore. They don't need anything because PEPE already is so big that everyone knows about it. They don't need any help from the developer or a marketing team. That's not what they need anymore. They don't need activity. Just like Ethereum, Bitcoin, all those big cryptocurrencies, they don't really need marketing or developers anymore. Simply because once the coin is established, especially with a meme coin, and once the marketing has started, and once it's actually really big, it doesn't need any marketing at all anymore. Just everyone knows about it and everyone knows it's there, and retail investors even know about it. So yeah, if the developer and the entire team is just completely gone, I still think that's quite bullish for PEPE, because it means that it's a community owned project now, and we have seen this with a lot of projects, that this shit then can go even higher. And once the developer doesn't have any coins anymore, I think this could still send a lot. So yeah, I'm currently down about 8k over on Bybit. I hold this massive position also on Bybit. First link in the description. So yeah, that is currently what's happening with Bybit, with PEPE of course, and with Bitcoin. I hope I updated you guys about everything you needed and wanted to know. So yeah, that's the video for today. Still Bitcoin, of course, really boring, but I wanted to update you guys about Bitcoin, because Bitcoin, even though it's boring, I still want to update you guys about it because I haven't posted for more than 2 days. So yeah, that being said, I hope I'll see you guys in my next crypto video.